Hello. Yes, I'm back. I'm back from across the pond. No one was calling. That was just a nice little intro. I am back from across the pond from London. Fantastic time over there. I was traveling with the iPhone, and I think we just have to call it out. Um, the, this is a use case where the flip phone is going to struggle. Like if I traveled a lot, just for work or for traveled internationally a lot for work or for life, the flip phone would be a liability. Since I don't do it a ton, it's fine. And maybe next time I'll do some work ahead of time to see like how I would actually use the flip phone. I just had this feeling like if I used the flip phone a lot, I would have like a $300, $500 like Verizon bill, where it's like, oh, texting on the flip phone is already ratchet, but if you do it overseas, um, you're using too much energy. We are going to f you up. So I didn't use it a ton, um, and I did use the iPhone quite a bit. Granted, this is why I kept the iPhone. And airport stuff was good. But it really was. It was shocking how much I kind of like learned to rely on it. I kind of got back into old habits. I was putting in to do lists. It's like, dude, like I don't know where like the brain connection, the dopamine, but I would like make my to do list for the day. I'd go to ChatGPT, tell them what I was gonna do, or ask for like feedback. Um, so I relied on it quite a bit. I guess if you do have to like think of the best reasons to reason or best reasons to use a smartphone, traveling in some place you don't really know, doing some research and like thinking of a plan, it's not the worst thing, right? Like it's not like I was doom scrolling Instagram, but um, I just used it a lot, and I don't regret anything I did over there, but I do wonder if there's some moments where it's like, hey, you could have just put your phone in your pocket, walked around, and been just as fine. Because when I think about some of the highlights of my trip, some things I planned out, but like after I went to Wimbledon, I did a tour of Wimbledon, and then I was walking to the train station. Was very dedicated to like walk as much as possible, and I was walking, and I was just in that the little neighborhood by Wimbledon, and seeing a coffee shop. I just felt called. I was like, I need to go to that coffee shop. And then I left it, and I had a little piece of cake there, but I had left it, but it was like 1 p.m. And then I saw a little pizza place, and I was like, I had planned for this spot for lunch, but something is telling me like that's where I need to be for lunch. And that was the highlight. That was the best meal I had. It was a sourdough margarita pizza from this person from Napoli. Had a glass of orange wine, had a Hugo Spritz, had the best tiramisu I've ever had. And since tiramisu is one of my three favorite desserts, tiramisu, tres leches cake, strawberry shortcake, red velvet cake up there, affogatos, ice cream in general. Um, those are some top desserts. But since all, uh, but I just really think back when I think back on this trip. I think that'll be one of the things that first comes to mind, and none of that was planned. It was just kind of like, let me walk. I can those places, their energy, they just feel like they're talking to me. The margarita pizza was unbelievable too. Like it was like I ate a whole pizza and it was just almost like melt in your mouth. Just felt light. Franco Manca was the name of the place. Napoli. I got the marg. Had fresh mozz, I believe, tomatoes, olive oil. They had like a spicy olive oil at the table with red pepper in it. The tiramisu, unreal. The burrata for appetizer, also fantastic. So the food in London, fantastic. It rained one day. I went museum heavy. So like you can even see like my system brain. I did one day of just kind of like finish work, and so I went down for work. So 2 days were pretty much dedicated to work. One day finished up work, and then I just wanted to be like a cool Londoner. Went to a place called Space Talk, had some sushi, enjoyed the vibes, and then Thursday was dedicated to sport. Sport and weather. So I went to Hyde Park, unbelievable Tottenham game. Tottenham fans are hilarious. I went to the pub that day. Stereotype equaling reality. I've never had a better stereotype equals reality than like English dudes at the pub. Uh, Also, something I picked up on was just that they're never too positive. Just hilarious to me. Like their friend would say, "How are you doing?" And they would never be like good, or they never say great. They would just say not bad or not terrible or decent was as far as they would go. And I spoke to a person later over the weekend who said like if you say good, it's almost like you're bragging. Um, Friday was indoor and museum maxed because it was raining out, and then Saturday was let me hit the tourist spots that I hadn't hit yet: Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, and then a friend of mine told me about a pub to come to watch England play rugby. And I think a takeaway that I'm just going to remember as a note to self is as a traveler, I am a people over places thing. London had always been on my bucket list. I'm very grateful I got to go. And I do hope to go back for Wimbledon, the actual tournament, one day. But traveling solo there's benefits that I can do whatever I want, but I'm not going to just like walk up to a group of people. And I do like a community. I like a routine. If it was something like I lived there, even if I didn't know anybody and you planned me down there, said I had to live there for a year, I'd be fine. I'd find a coffee shop. I'd find a restaurant. I'd find a pub. I would consistently go there. I'd find a gym. But just doing that for a week, or in my case, 4 days outside of work, just hard for me to make any sort of kind of community connections, which isn't surprising. It's 4 fucking days. But that was just a little takeaway that I think I confirmed while I was over there. But anyways, when I got home, I was thinking of the phone just like it was like I ate too much cake, right? Or I had a cheat week from a diet. And I was like, I need to lock in. I need to fast from it. And that's sort of how I'm feeling. Like I want to avoid it as much as possible. And get my screen. I need to get my screen time probably down to like an hour. This week will be the goal. On the iPhone. So I'm excited. I'm going to go to the gym today, not take it, walk, not take it. But it's still so helpful on a flight and helping plan the stuff. And like I said, I guess I wasn't looking at Reddit conspiracy theories. I guess I wasn't doom scrolling on Instagram feeling bad about myself. It was more or less just plan it out. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll visit somewhere for a month and I'll just be like, have some plans, have some big picture stuff, but trust your intuition to just take a walk, find a neighborhood, and enjoy those routines. But cool to learn about myself. I definitely recommend London. I would recommend it personally as a place where you go with people that you know, or if you have friends, that's great. But yeah, awesome city. It's got whatever box you want to check, it's gonna have it. The museums were unbelievable. Truly felt like I was around something much bigger than myself. Seeing those, wondering how on earth they got built. They were fucking massive. The tapestries and stuff that were in there, like Nick Cage, make a movie about stealing those. That would be more impressive than stealing the Declaration of Independence. Like a tapestry, like the biggest rug, a rug as big as 5 movie theater screens put together. How does that? I don't even know how you build that. But yeah, shout out to Meryl for inviting me to the pub to watch England rugby. Unfortunately, they lost, but watching their rugby team, I'm pretty sure I understand the rules of rugby. That's a crazy sport, insanely physical. 40 minutes nonstop, halftime 40 minutes nonstop, mix of start stop, physicality, sprints, different body types. Dudes just bandaged on their heads, and then no padding. And I don't see how there's not more shoulder injuries, broken collarbones, head, neck. special type of person, and I think I mean that in a complimentary way, to play a sport like that, but also one where they're probably the person in the friend group where if a fight breaks out, or in your friend group you don't want to fight one of your friends, they're probably the one, because they just like the physicality a little too much. Might just be uh, a little too wild when it comes to that stuff. But uh, yeah, I would feel more confident traveling in the States without an iPhone. Internationally, though, that's just kind of something I learned, and getting the eSIM and all that stuff. So next time before I go over, I'll try and do some research to be better prepared, see if there are things. But I'm just not good with directions, and I don't want to be walking around in a city, because what am I going to do? Call an Uber on a flip phone? No. So I think we've got a use case where iPhone is a thumbs up. Even if people back in the day could always make it work, you know, it's just probably best that I keep it for that. So, anyway, it's great to be back. Thrilled to be back in Austin. Anytime I travel, I think it just reminds me that I'm very grateful to live in Austin. The routines I've got, psyched to get back. I think that means you traveled right and you live in the right place. When you're both psyched to get home and also very happy about where you got to go, but you've created something under your own roof at your house that you're excited to get back to, and once you get back, you can snap right back in. So, also, life hack: if you're traveling, take the day after travel off. Like today was Monday. I got back last night at a somewhat normal hour, 10 p.m. or so. Dude, we're not gonna force it. I'm taking today off. I will be full speed tomorrow. Okay. There's your life hack. Shout out to Meryl. Shout out to London. The Tottenham game. The season ticket holder sitting next to me. That dude was the man. First second I met him, he goes, "I feel ill. I've watched so much shit football this year." That was hilarious. All the people around me were hilarious. I was not trying to be a jerk, but I was just dying laughing the whole game, watching Tottenham get their faces beat in by Crystal Palace. They were not well coached. I mean, I don't know a ton about soccer, but like they didn't want to be there. Not well coached. Almost got ran out of the building. Just have some effort, guys. But just like hearing the Englishmen be so mad, and like the slang or like terms they use was just so funny to me. So, anyways, great experience all around. People over places for me. Events over like tourist attractions over me, right? Like for me, excuse me. So I like going places, tying it to an event, and going to that, building community at those events, maybe like a tennis tournament. I can just go, I'll talk to people sitting next to me, other people there. I think that's just going to be my mode of travel, the way I'm going to live. And we'll see what other trips I'm eager to take, and why moving forward. But worst reasons to use an iPhone, that would be when I would use them. And great to be back. I think this is episode like 10 maybe. Not bad. 10% of the way to 100. Maybe I'm at 9. We're in the ballpark. 10% of the way there. It's already March. Onward we go. Thank you for watching. Leave some advice. Comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Shoot me a text on my flip phone. Get the green bubble. And just great to see everyone. Great to be back. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon.